Blind date on Christmas Eve. The poor single dad arrived late, but the billionaire waited anyway. Snowflakes clung to Ayaan's worn jacket as he sprinted down the icy sidewalk, his heart pounding louder than the Christmas music echoing from passing shops. He checked the time on his cracked phone. 7:42 p.m. He was 42 minutes late, but what else could he do? His 5-year-old daughter, Noor, had cried when he left. Her fever had spiked, and he spent nearly an hour calming her, pressing cool cloths against her cheeks, whispering promises that Baba would come home soon. Being her only parent meant sacrificing everything, even a blind date arranged by his well-meaning co-worker. He reached the tall glass door of the upscale restaurant, the kind he'd only ever walked past, never inside. His hands trembled, partly from the cold, partly from the fear that she was already gone. He whispered to himself, "Of course she's gone, who waits that long?" But he pushed the door anyway. Warm light washed over him. Crystal chandeliers. Soft music. People dressed in elegance. He felt completely out of place. Then he saw her, sitting alone. A red dress, simple but graceful. A cup of untouched coffee in front of her, her fingers drumming nervously on the table. She was still there, her eyes lifted, and for a moment, she just stared. Not annoyed. Not angry, just relieved. "You came," she said softly. "I'm so sorry," he breathed. "My daughter, she wasn't well." The woman, Alina, stood up. "You don't have to explain. You already look like someone who had the hardest day of the year." He blinked at her gentleness. Most people stopped listening the moment they learned he was a widowed single dad, but not her. A waiter approached. She raised a hand, gracefully dismissing him. "No rush," she said. "We're staying." Ayaan almost laughed in disbelief. "You waited 40 minutes for someone you've never met." She looked out the window at the falling snow. "I wasn't waiting for someone," she said. "I was waiting for something real." They talked, slowly at first, then like old friends, about life. Dreams. Their fears. He learned she was a billionaire businesswoman, owner of a global foundation. She learned he worked 2 jobs and still struggled, but not once did she look down on him. Instead, she leaned in closer, eyes warm. "You know, money can't buy what you have," she whispered, "a heart big enough to love someone more than yourself." For the first time in years, Ayaan felt seen, not as a charity case, not as a struggling father, just a man, just Ayaan. But the night had one more test waiting. As they stepped out of the restaurant, ready to say goodbye, a sudden pain shot through Ayaan's chest. He staggered. "Ayaan." Alina rushed forward. I'm fine," he tried to say, but his voice failed. He collapsed into the snow, and everything went black. The next thing Ayaan felt was warm air and the faint smell of antiseptic. He opened his eyes to a white hospital ceiling. Beside him, still in her red dress, Alina sat on a chair, her coat wrapped around her, her hair messy, her eyes tired but alert. "You scared me," she whispered. He tried to sit up. She gently pushed him back. "You fainted," she explained. "Severe exhaustion. Dehydration. Low blood sugar. The doctor said this didn't happen in a day, it's years of carrying life alone." Ayaan swallowed hard. "I didn't want you to see this," he murmured. "My problems aren't your responsibility." She held his gaze. "Maybe they aren't my responsibility, but I care." No one had said that to him since his late wife. A silence filled the room, soft, fragile. Then Ayaan suddenly panicked. "Noor, where's my daughter?" Alina smiled gently. "She's fine. I asked my driver to bring her here. She's in the kids' room with a nurse. I made sure she had warm soup." He stared at her, stunned. "You did all that for us?" "For you," she said. "Both of you." His eyes stung. She looked down, twisting her fingers nervously. "Listen. I know this was supposed to be a blind date, but tonight felt like more. I don't want this to end here." Ayaan let out a shaky breath. "Alina, you're a billionaire. I'm barely surviving." She stepped closer, her voice soft but steady. "You think I care about that?" "Ayaan, the world is full of people with money. But men with your heart? They're rare." She slipped her hand into his. "I don't need perfect. I don't need fancy. I need real. And tonight, I found it." A tear escaped down his cheek. "Then I need to be honest," he whispered. "I'm scared. I'm scared of letting someone new into my life, my daughter's life." Alina leaned forward, pressing her forehead to his. "Then let's take it slow," she said, "one step at a time. One Christmas at a time." At that moment, a soft knock came. Little Noor peeked in, her cheeks flushed but smiling. "Baba. Are you okay?" Ayaan opened his arms. Come here, my princess. She ran to him, and he hugged her tightly. Alina watched quietly, her eyes shining, not with pity, but with admiration. Noor looked at Alina curiously. Are you my Baba's friend? Alina smiled. I hope so. If he lets me. Ayaan looked from Noor to Alina, his heart full for the first time in years. Yes, he said softly, I think we all deserve a new beginning. Outside, snow continued to fall softly, painting the world white again. A single dad. A billionaire woman. Two lonely hearts finding warmth on the coldest night of the year. And so, on that Christmas Eve, they didn't just meet, they healed, they began, and for the first time in a long time, Ayaan wasn't walking home alone.